Hello, happy Thursday. It's Halloween today too, so happy Halloween. It's cold, so I have my fur out, so it's pretty. But I wanted to come on here today to talk about the difference between money mindset work and money healing. And the reason that I love talking about this stuff is because it's so crucially important to help entrepreneurs and just really everyone who wants to create big success in their lives do so. And I wrote so many pages. I have like pages and pages of notes because I feel like I could just write a book on this topic. So I'm going to be looking at my notes a little bit as I share this information with you. But you're going to want to take your own notes, or when you're watching the replay later, you're going to want to get your notebook out and kind of take some notes. Or if you want to watch it and just like receive the information, it's such a really big topic, but I'm going to work on kind of solidifying it into some like really simple concepts so that it's just like really easy to understand. So I don't want to get into too much detail about it. So essentially, money mindset work and money healing, they're really crucial for creating success as an entrepreneur because you want to live a fulfilled and abundant life, which means bringing in a lot of money, holding on to it, growing it, attracting a lot of wealth into your life is really challenging to do when your mindset around money is not good and when your feelings around money are just like very overwhelmed. So if you do not address either of the healing or the mindset, then what's going to happen most likely is you're going to feel really stuck at an income level. You're going to struggle to actually grow wealth. Very commonly, you're going to be burdened by debt. I understand that one. When I started my money healing and mindset journey, I found myself in over $100,000 worth of debt. That was student loans, credit cards, and car loans. So that's a real thing. And I paid off over 40,000 of that in 2 years, and that's really what kickstarted my journey into coaching. Story for another time. Um, if you don't do this kind of work, you're going to find yourself really disempowered in life because the way that we do one thing is the way that we do all things. So if you feel like sticky and uncomfortable around money, that's going to show up in all aspects of your life. And another thing is if you don't do the money mindset and money healing work, you're not going to be able to fully go after your dreams because there's a very big likelihood that you're going to have to stay stuck in a job just to pay your bills that you might not love. And so by doing this work, you're able to go after your dreams with so much more confidence and passion because you're not worried about the money stuff. So I want to get into the key differences between money mindset work and money healing. And very much on the surface, mindset has to do with your thoughts. So what do you think about money on a very thought processing level, right? So I think money is fun to play with. I think money is something that I can buy new shoes with. It's like just kind of like your thoughts about money. And so with healing, with money healing, what's different is it's more about addressing your emotions around money. And your emotions are going to come from your deep beliefs about yourself and how you relate to money, whether that's from your childhood or from societal conditioning. But it's really about the feelings that are in your body and the real deep beliefs that are in your subconscious. So your mindset, your money mindset, the thoughts that you have about money, they're going to impact your financial success. Because if you're thinking money is hard to come by and I have to work really hard for it, then you're probably going to always be trying to make money and working really hard for it. Because the way that we think about money is the way that we are going to behave around money. So when it comes to money mindset work, one of the things that I do with my clients on when we're focusing on our mindset is really reframing these thoughts. So if I have a client and they say, I think money is hard to come by and I have to work really, really hard for it, then we might do a reframe where it's like, okay, if money feels like, if you think that it's hard, then how could it be easy? And on a slightly deeper level is if it feels like it's hard and that's something that you're thinking, then how is that a good thing for you? How is it serving you to think money is really hard? And we see what we uncover there. what that can then lead to is creating affirmations and working on creating new thoughts around money. So maybe it's, I really want to think that money is easy and managing it is easy once it comes to me. I want to just think like how good money is and how much fun it is and how much joy I get to have with it. And so we can create affirmations, we can create like financial goals around the way in which you want to think about money. So the mindset work around money is so much related to what do we want to think? How do we want to engage with it kind of on this level of thought and behavior? And it's really important work to do because it allows you to have a strong abundance mindset where you're always focusing on the thoughts that are going to be in alignment with you achieving those financial goals that you set. So that's really, really important work to do. But here's what I have found in working with hundreds of people is that the mindset work, it only goes to a certain point because you can think all day long that you are on your way to becoming a millionaire. You can think all day long that attracting wealth is really easy and it's just who you are. But if there's a part of you inside that doesn't feel that that's true, if your subconscious mind is actually like, I'm calling bullshit, because that's what happens when you have deeper seated beliefs that are not in alignment with what your thoughts are. So what I have found with working with so many clients is that we just want to believe that what we want is true. We just want to believe that $10,000 a month is so easy. And of course, I can bring that in and then I can take that and I can grow it and I can be on my way to my millionaire net worth status. We can think that over and over and over again, and we can force ourselves to think it and just like, if I think it hard enough, then I'll believe it. We can do that. But if our subconscious mind doesn't believe that, then you're never actually going to get anywhere, because the truth is our subconscious mind is what is in charge of our reality. We are taught by a lot of people that our thoughts create our reality. And in some cases that's true, but only true when our thoughts are in alignment with our beliefs. And the best way to uncover what our true beliefs are based on our feelings. So you might have heard that your thoughts will create your feelings, but it's a bit of a different loop actually, because our thoughts are something that we can create. I can just think right now that this is a glass of water. I just thought of that. Right? It was like a really bad example. But we can think, okay, I'm going to create so much money this month. I can just think that over and over and over again. And there's a school of thought that says by thinking that over and over again, I'm going to believe it. But if inside my body, there's a part of me that thinks, feels, believes that that's going to be too hard to create, that maybe it's not possible for me. Maybe it is, but it's going to be really hard. Or maybe if I create that $10,000 this month, then what does that mean about me? Is it going to be taken away from me? Or are people going to think differently about me, right? So there's all these different deep-seated beliefs that we have around money that are going to conflict with the thoughts that we specifically think in order to achieve the goals. So yes, it's really important to be thinking these empowering thoughts that get us closer to achieving what we want, but it stops there and it won't be as successful as you really want it to be if it's competing with how you feel inside. So that is why money healing is so important when you want to create more financial success. Because in money healing, what we do is we address those deep-seated beliefs. We address the subconscious blocks, and these are coming from your childhood, how your parents talked about money, how you related to money when you were a child, but also piece of hair is driving me crazy. But also it's not just how you related to money as a child. It could be other aspects of life. Like I had a client once who, when they were young, every time they had a toy, they had to give it to their sibling. It was like every time they had something, they felt obligated to give it away. And what happened as an adult when my client really wanted to create, like he came to me and he's like, I want to become a millionaire. And and what happened is during sessions, we uncovered that this experience as a child where he had to give away his toys and he couldn't have anything just for himself, it created kind of an imprint in his nervous system and his subconscious that when good things come, when he creates a lot of success for himself, it is required of him to give it away. So it's not just the money that imprints on us, the situations with money from our parents or what we experience around us. It's all kinds of ways that we engage with life. So I had another client whose parents split when she was really young. And that created a fracture in her mind of like, people disappear, things disappear. So it was another situation of like, it doesn't have to be specifically around money, but what happened for this client was it was imprinted in her body, her nervous system, her subconscious, that when things are stable and things are really good in life, at any moment, it could just fracture. At any moment, what's stable and secure and feels good could disappear. So what she needed to learn for her life so she could create more success in her business was to feel safe to know that when things are stable, the next thing that's going to happen doesn't have to be fracture. That stability can actually grow beyond from stable to more abundant. So this is kind of the personal trauma that a lot of people experience growing up that then translates into their relationship with money. So when it comes to money healing and what I work on with my clients is we have to really identify what these root causes are. Like, what is the moment from your upbringing that created somewhat of an imprint onto your being that told you that having a wildly wealthy and abundant life just doesn't feel safe, doesn't feel fully possible, or if it does, it's going to create some kind of havoc in your life. So, and sometimes they are related to money experiences. You know, like I had another client who grew up really, really poor. And when she was in her 20s, she actually came into a huge inheritance and she panicked. She didn't know what to do with it because her system in her subconscious, she felt so just like deeply resonating with being broke. And so when she got the money, she just gave it all away. And she didn't just like give it to charity. It wasn't like she gave it away. She subconsciously gave it away through spending. She just bought all this kind of stuff and was like, oh crap, like I'm no different. My life is no different than when I was broke before my inheritance. So she hired me because she wanted to learn how to feel safe to hold on to the money and actually grow it and create a life where she felt the wealth that she actually physically had coming into her bank account. Because the truth is, it doesn't really matter what like the tangible money is that you have. If you have a lot of money in your account, but you're still, the imprint that you have on your system is still broke because that's what you experienced as a child, then it doesn't really matter how much you have or how much you don't have. You're always going to feel the same way because the truth is, it's not your circumstance that dictates your feelings. It is your experience. It is your belief systems. It is what's been imprinted onto your being. So the goal of money healing is to really resolve some of this trauma that you experienced, the feelings, the associations that have been made in your system to money so that you can really feel, not just feel abundant, but feel kind of freed up from the charge of all of those experiences so that you can then choose what you want your relationship with money to be like. And so that's why I really love doing money healing work with my clients before we step into the mindset work, because the money healing, as I've explained, like it addresses a deeper level, a deeper layer of how we relate to money. So what we want to do in money healing after we uncover the root cause, and I utilize NLP techniques and other kind of energy healing techniques to break people free from like the charge and like the grip that those experiences have had on them or still have on them. But then we want to kind of install this sense of worthiness, this sense of peace, this sense of like everything is going to be just fine. And everything that happened in my past doesn't have to inform my future anymore. So it's like it almost creates this like not a blank slate, but just like a peaceful place where you can settle and be like, oh, my past doesn't define my future anymore. And I don't have to have the experiences that happened to me of like having to give everything away or fearing that things are going to fracture or being trapped and stuck in this scarcity broke mindset. None of the past has any impact on where I am anymore. And so it kind of just like the money healing work clears all these emotional barriers. Like all the barriers are just clear. And then you're thinking really, really clearly. And that's when you can decide. And that is when the money mindset work comes in. And that is when we create new affirmations around new beliefs that are going to be perfectly aligned with your specific goals. So really, money mindset work and money healing work together, oh my God, they create the most empowering, positive relationship with money that you could ever imagine having, which will lead to lasting success. So what these two combined together can really offer you, especially if you have a business, it's going to help you show up so much bolder and so much prouder because you're not secretly, subconsciously afraid of the success. So maybe you'll start charging more money because you'll feel more aligned with higher prices. Larger amounts of money aren't going to be so scary. They're going to be inspiring. And when you decide to have higher prices that feel more aligned with the value that you offer in your business, you're going to feel really safe to receive those prices. And then what's even more exciting is once you feel safe, being that you feel safe to receive it, you will also then feel safe to hold on to money and to feel into the abundance of seeing those large numbers in your account. And you're not going to want to like get rid of it immediately. That's going to be gone. You're going to want to hold on to it and you're going to know exactly how to grow it. And you're going to feel so excited to do it. You're going to feel like secure during financial uncertainty because there's always going to be moments, especially as an entrepreneur, where maybe you don't sign a client for a month and maybe, you know, money has stalled and it's no fault of yours. Like this just happens as entrepreneurs. I went through a long time of not making money when I was trying to figure stuff out. And what's so important and something that I learned so deeply is that having a good relationship with money and having a wealth mindset and building wealth is not just about feeling good when things are good. It's not just about feeling abundant when a lot of money is coming in or your bank account is like in the 5-6 figures. It's about feeling good no matter what. Feeling peaceful with money is trusting that more always comes in and what you have now is perfect. And there's no needing, there's no begging for it. Like you don't even, it's like an unbothered feeling. So feeling secure during financial wins and equally secure during financial uncertainty is the key. So that's something that's possible for you when you do money mindset work paired with money healing. Another thing that you get to have in your life is you get to make big investments because you know so deeply that they're going to offer a return because you're going to make sure of it. And it's not going to be scary to release large amounts of money. You're going to so easily spend 5 figures on an investment in your business and be like, of course, like the more I spend, the more I make. So of course I'm going to spend that. And it won't affect your nervous system at all. And if it does now, like if hearing me say, spending $10,000 like on coaching, for example, if that makes you feel like a little bit of this, like, that's a lot. That's scary, right? That's totally normal. I have had that feeling before too. So many of my clients have that feeling like a little bit, but that's totally normal. It's just a body sensation. And all that means is that there is something that we get to clean up in money healing work. And then you don't have to feel that anymore. Then you can make really large investments because you know how to make decisions that are from an empowered, abundant place, and you know with absolute certainty that you're going to receive a return. And that money is going to be so well spent on investing in you and your growth and your mind and your business and your expansion. It's so fun. And you're also going to feel just so excited about your financial future, because even though you're going to be completely unbothered about your current circumstances, you're going to know within yourself that more is coming. Because I know that you are meant for greatness. You're meant for so much abundance. And we live in a universe where it is infinitely possible. Everything is infinitely possible for us. So the only way that you can create just massive abundance and wealth and call in so much more than you have now is to be in a place of unbothered with where you are now, in a place of gratitude for what you have now. And all of that comes with healing your experiences with money and solidifying your money mindset to be in such a place of abundance. So this is just like a very, very basic overview of how there's a difference between the mindset work and the deeper healing work. And I know also, like, just from what I shared in this live today, that you can take this in and you can start making positive changes in your life right now. You can start by like feeling into where you feel a little stickiness around money, and you can do some journaling work around it and work to uncover like what is the root cause of these feelings. And once you identify it, then you can start doing the money mindset work and really adopting more empowering beliefs around money that maybe you couldn't access before because something was blocking you. So I know that you can do that work right now, like literally just from what I shared in this live today. But I also know that changing these thoughts and feelings around money and even uncovering the root cause of your experiences in the past that have informed your feelings around money can feel really overwhelming to do on your own. I know how challenging that can be to try to navigate all these different emotions and not really know like the best techniques and the best tools to uncover in a really safe way and safe environment all these like old experiences. And it's also one thing to like understand all the concepts and all the ideas, and it's another to really transform on a deeper level your relationship with money and really know what kinds of affirmations you want to be reinforcing in your belief system on your own. So I just want you to imagine for a minute what it would feel like to have such personalized, dedicated guidance and support so that you could get support releasing the old money blocks and embracing these new empowering beliefs so that you can achieve lasting financial confidence. And so you can build more wealth from a place of abundance and gratitude and love. So if you can imagine how good that might feel, this is exactly why I have created a brand new offer of 3 months of private coaching with me. This is something that I didn't think I was going to do because normally my coaching services are at least 6 months, so we can really dive deep for a long period of time. But what I've decided to do is offer 3 months of private coaching specifically so that we can dive in quickly. We are 2 months until the end of the year. And so what I want to create for you is over these next 2 months, we are going to uncover what your money blocks are. We are going to do the work to gently heal through them so that all the charge that you feel around these past experiences is just gone, and you can feel such like an empowering, comfortable, safe place of peace so that we can create new empowering beliefs. And this is like by doing this work, those goals that you have for the rest of 2024, like you will be able to accomplish them with so much more ease and so much more joy and fun. And then the first month of 2025 will be a part of this program too, because you'll be in for 3 months. And that's when we're going to set new goals for your finances, for your business, for what you want to create in the next year. And whenever like the way that I set goals with my clients is a really unique method. And every time we do it, and the clients I work with longer term, we always do a check-in in the next year. And they're like, every single thing from the list that we went over, they manifested. And it's because we don't just write the thoughts, we don't just write the goals, we actually infuse the healing into it. So they have every resource within them to accomplish everything that they desire. So this is a really fun thing I like to do with my clients. We plan it out together and then we check in later and they always accomplish everything. It's like one of my favorite calls to have a year later with them is to be like, so where are we on all these points? And they're always like, oh yeah, I don't have that problem anymore. Or, oh yeah, I'm doing that right now. It's really cool. So if you are at a place where maybe you haven't accomplished all the goals that you have for 2024 yet, and you want to show up in your life and your business so much more boldly and share your gifts with the world and do this kind of work so that you can actually receive the income and the impact that you know that you're here for. And you just want to like remove like all this stickiness around money so that you can show up so much more empowered, then I invite you to come work with me, because this is such a fun and transformative experience. And not only are we going to be doing money mindset work and money healing work in our sessions, I also offer Voxer coaching support, which is probably my favorite part about coaching is, and if you don't know what that is, it's just like this little walkie-talkie app where through Monday through Friday, so like every day throughout the week, if you have any obstacle, any thought, anything that you want to kind of process or work through, and you want to get support with it, then I will be on the other side with my phone and I'm going to send voice memos back to you and offer coaching, offer inspiration, offer that specific breakthrough that you needed. So that's available to you throughout the entire 3 months, which is just so fun. So what I want to offer you is that we start with a consult call. So these are free calls that I offer to every single one of my clients who wants one. And we get on the call and we just talk about you the whole time. So whenever I talk about consult calls, I like to think about how when I go into a department store for shopping and I find stuff I want, but it's like really overwhelming and it's really busy and crowded. And like no one's coming up to talk to me and no one's there to help me. And I'm like, I don't even know if I want to do this. Like, I don't know if I even want those shoes enough to wait around to find someone to go get my size. Versus walking into a high-end boutique and immediately be greeted by this like wonderful, loving, supportive salesperson. And she's like, asks me exactly what I want and what I'm looking for. And then she's like, why don't you go hang out and, go take a seat and I'll bring you a glass of champagne and I'm going to go find some incredible pieces for you and you can try them on and I can style you and help support you. So that is like my favorite way to shop is I like to just be fully supported and fully taken care of and have someone there who knows exactly what I want, knows exactly what my needs are, knows exactly my style, and also is an expert because I'm not a fashion expert. Like I am like desperate to figure out my right colors, like what looks best on me. Like I'm not a fashion expert, so I want to go to someone who is, so they can find colors for me that look incredible, styles that look incredible, and just bring them to me and help me, even like zip up the back for me, you know what I mean? And so that is something that I love as a client. And what I am an expert in is a coach. And so what I like to create for my clients, especially in the initial call in a consult, is to create an environment where all you have to do is show up and we get to focus entirely on you and entirely on what you want to create, what your vision is for your business, for your life. What is the success that you know that you crave and that your soul wants? And then I'm going to help support you in uncovering what's in your way, what needs to be shifted, and then we'll create a clear path. And so much of this is going to be around what happened in your life that you still have charge around that we just need to lovingly let go so that you can be freed up and in a peaceful and empowered place so that you can get after it and you can create every result that you want in your life. So I love offering these consults. They're 1 hour on Zoom, just you and me, and we're going to talk about it. Everything and anything is welcome in this space. It's completely non-judgmental. I hold a very sacred, safe space for clients. They come to me. It is private, it is confidential, it is loving, it is supportive. All of you is welcome. And the entire point of this conversation is to help me, or for me to help you identify what it is that is keeping you from having everything that you want, so that we can then create a plan to overcome it and get after it. And if working together in this 3-month program feels like the perfect next fit for you to actually get the support that you want to guide you along the journey to getting everything and more, the financial life, the business, the clients, the impact, the fulfillment, if having my guidance and support is the right next move for you, then we'll talk about what it's like to work together even deeper. And if it's not, then you're still going to get just an incredible amount of value from this 1 hour call. And it's just this gift that I like to offer my community. So anyway, that is a wrap for now on the difference between money mindset and money healing. If you have any questions around the topic, drop them in the comments or send me a DM. I'd love to talk to you more about it. Also, if you're interested to know if a consult is right for you and if your specific problems that you're working through or your specific goals, if you want to know if I'm an expert in helping you through them, then send me a DM and we can just chat about it. I really want to connect with you and support you as much as I possibly can. This is what I am here for. So if you have any other questions, like I said, reach out to me anytime. I'm always available. And I hope you have just the most incredible rest of your day.